race for a while with Mike Streese and Al Franken and Jack Nelson Palmer and Jim Cohen for a while. The specific question came up, how do you feel about global warming? And when it came time to me, we were passing the microphone down, folding chairs. I said, I'm against it. Yeah. At which point, Mike Cerisi leans across Al Franken to me and said, okay, which one of you is a professional comedian? One of the proudest moments of my life, right there. And when Mike Cerisi told that to my son, I was even prouder that he thinks I have a good sense of humor, even compared to Al Franken. The question is this: do I believe global warming is real? No question. Do I believe that human activity increases it? No question. How do we deal with it? We got to deal with it right now. My proposals are $30 billion of tax incentives and funding of loan guarantee funds. We have the technology now. But unless we have somebody in Congress who knows how to implement the solutions, it can go on another 10, 20, 30, 40 years. MISO, which controls the electrical wires in the Midwest, says they got a backlog of 50 to 100 years. I say this somewhat facetiously, but the solutions are here. I say, bring back our soldiers from Iraq for 120 days, string the new wires, just take care. We have the technologies to make wind, solar, hydrogen viable. Battery technologies are here, battery storages are here. We can do this. We need somebody in Congress who knows how to get it done. When we do this, our economy will boom. Create a huge amount of jobs for unions, for labor, for all Americans. The 6th District can be the Silicon Valley of sustainable energy. No place better on earth than the 6th District.
Mr. Olson. Okay, Tinklenberg.
Yes, I believe that global warming is an issue. There was an interesting article in the New York Times a while back about the fact that the ducks were only going as far south as Missouri now, that they didn't have to go farther south because there was open water and places for them to winter, and they weren't going as far south. And it's interesting that the ducks get it about global warming, but Michelle Bachmann still has a question. You can't avoid the line about who's the bigger quack in that. And there are important things that we need to do, as Bob has outlined. It gives us a great opportunity to develop, and we have already developed. It's more implementing the new technologies that are available and creating the new economy that they entail. But there is another side to it as well, and that is the conservation side. It's a wonderful articles about Duke Energy in the Carolinas and recreating and reorienting the incentives of the energy industry so that instead of always making more money by producing more and more and more and creating more and more demand, that you actually change the incentives in the entire industry to encourage a reduction in demand, encourage conservation, and reduce demand. And I think we're starting to see some movement in that regard. There are tremendous things we can do in terms of conservation, and we need to be pursuing those as well, whether it's in lighting, and we've heard a lot about that, or in refrigeration, or in the efficiency of our automobiles, all places where we can reduce energy consumption and reduce the impact that we're having on the global environment.